I would have never in a billion years, like, if you had told past me that a female basketball player would be wiping the floor with the biggest stars in the NBA, I would have never believed you.
The haters hoped the Caitlin Clark effect would fade away. I've got bad news for them. It's only just getting started. Clark is still setting records, and if the current signals are any indication, she's poised to dominate well into 2026. In fact, some of the biggest names in business are already betting millions on it. Let's talk about what just happened, because it perfectly illustrates the Caitlin Clark effect and shows that she doesn't even need to be on the court to dominate. PSA, the company that grades trading cards and sets the global standard for the collectibles industry, just released its 2025 data. Caitlin Clark finished as the most collected active basketball player in the world. She surpassed LeBron James, the face of basketball for 2 decades,
guy with
a 4-time champion, 4-time MVP,
scoring record.
and the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Clark beat every active NBA player while spending much of the season sidelined with injury. And it gets even crazier. PSA also released a map showing the most graded active athletes by state. In the basketball category, it isn't even close, it's Clark country. Across nearly every state, more Caitlin Clark cards were submitted for grading than any other basketball player. The numbers back it up. She had 3 of the 10 most graded cards across all sports in 2025. Put this in perspective. In 2024, Clark ranked 6th among the most collected basketball players. In 2025, while missing most of the season, she jumped to number 1. PSA President Ryan Hogue summed it up perfectly. This kind of momentum is only seen from the most elite athletes. At this point, this isn't just basketball. It's a cultural phenomenon. It's icon status. When you dominate the collectibles market from the bench, you've transcended the sport itself. And that explains why powerful players are making massive bets on Caitlin Clark heading into 2026, bets that all point back to Nike. Nike, as a brand, has been struggling. By May 2025, its stock was down nearly 60% from its 2021 highs. Critics said the company had lost its edge, its innovation, its speed, its forward-thinking identity. Newer brands were eating into its market share, and Nike looked slow, outdated, and disconnected. Then came the Caitlin Clark signature shoe situation. Fans were furious. They expected her shoe in 2025, but it didn't happen. Aya Wilson received her signature shoe first, and while she's one of the most dominant players in the league, many fans questioned why the biggest draw in women's basketball wasn't getting the product everyone was clearly ready to buy. Whether it was production delays, prioritization, or Nike moving too slowly, the perception was the same. Nike had fumbled another massive opportunity. But here's where things get interesting. On December 22, 2025, Apple CEO Tim Cook purchased 50,000 shares of Nike stock. This is someone who doesn't need to take risks, someone who could sit on cash forever and be just fine. When a figure like that puts personal money into a struggling brand, it's because they see something coming. Then there's Nike CEO Elliott Hill. Toward the end of 2025, Hill bought roughly $1 million worth of Nike stock himself. That's not symbolic, that's conviction. CEOs don't make bets like that unless they believe a turnaround is already underway. If you think your company is about to sink, you don't buy, you sell. And the numbers support it. During a recent earnings call, Hill revealed that Nike's North American business grew 9% last quarter, reaching $5.63 billion. After years of stagnation and decline, the rebound has begun. So what's driving it? Caitlin Clark's signature shoe. Then, on December 31st, Caitlin appeared on the New Heights podcast with Travis and Jason Kelce, and she said something that should have sneakerheads, investors, and basketball fans paying very close attention. And that's where this story really takes off.
Fans' attention.
Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish these things grab better. I wish they had a different mold on the bottom of them. Like, were you super involved in that process as well?
Yeah, for sure. And like, obviously I'm pretty like picky about what I wear. Like I like a certain two Kobe models. So like I knew whatever I was going to put in my own shoe, it needed to be like the equivalent of that technology or even better. And it's going to be even better. I'm not going to say exactly what it is because I think it'll get people.
That's right. New technology is being built specifically for Caitlin Clark. And you already know it's going to make the haters lose their minds. Nike's marketing machine is officially in motion, capped by a Christmas commercial that introduced the tagline, "From Anywhere." 2 words that perfectly capture what makes Caitlin different. This is no slow rollout anymore. Nike is going all in. Her signature shoe is set to drop in 2026, with the exact date still to be confirmed, but it's coming. And here's what matters. 2 of the smartest CEOs in the world are backing this moment with their own money. Now imagine what happens when Caitlin actually steps back on the court. That's when the roof is coming off Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and the tired narrative that the WNBA's growth is due to anything other than Caitlin Clark finally collapses. We've already seen a preview. In May 2025, Clark played her first game in 6 months, a preseason exhibition against a little-known Brazilian national team. Not a real game. Not a meaningful contest. Just a tune-up. It sold out Carver Hawkeye Arena in minutes. The buzz was so overwhelming that ESPN aired it nationally. A preseason exhibition. And 1.3 million people tuned in. For context, the 2025 WNBA Finals averaged 1.5 million viewers, using the new Nielsen methodology that counts far more streaming devices than before. That means Caitlin Clark's preseason scrimmage likely rivaled, or even outdrew, the finals themselves. So what happens in 2026? Caitlin returns fully healthy, wearing her signature Nike shoes, backed by a full off-season of hype and a global marketing push. The viewership is going to explode, and we'll finally see just how massive her real impact is under the updated rating system. Her first game of the 2025 season against the Sky drew 2.7 million viewers under the old Nielsen model. With the new methodology, the Nike launch, and the storyline of her return from injury, I'll make a prediction right now. Her return game clears 5 million viewers. Over or under? Drop your take in the comments. And with the new media rights deal in place, every Caitlin Clark game will be nationally televised. Networks aren't going to risk missing those numbers. She's appointment television. Must-see TV. The reason casual fans tune in. So what does all of this prove? Caitlin Clark is bigger than basketball. She's a mainstream cultural figure operating at a level women's sports has never seen. The evidence is overwhelming. Dominating the trading card market while injured, check. The most collected active basketball player in America, check. Apple's CEO investing millions in Nike, check. Nike's CEO betting 7 figures on his own company, check. Revolutionary shoe technology built around one athlete, check. They said the hype would die down. It didn't. They said missing time would kill her momentum. It didn't. The Caitlin Clark effect has only just begun. If you're still here, drop a W in the comments. You're a winner for sticking around. Thanks for watching.